Hello, everyone, and I am here with Tommy Lange, the head coach of the Maryville Saints women's hockey team. How you doing today, Tommy? Do you like being called Tommy, Tom? Does it matter?
Answer to them all. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm the same way with Will, William, so figured I'd ask.
No
Uh,
worries. Yeah. Oh, happy to be here and talk about women's hockey.
so that being said, I wanted to say some congratulations. You guys have a 3.57 GPA, which is awesome as a team. Does that make you feel pretty proud?
Yeah, I had nothing to do with it. Just make sure they take the classes, do their tests and homework, and I'll take care of the hockey side.
Okay, well, speaking of the hockey side, you got games coming up this week, and you guys just announced your two alternate captains and your captain. So you had Emma Gerwitz and Olivia O'Brien as the alternate captains, and then Mandy Johnson as the captain. Tell me a little bit about that decision making and like why you chose them.
Yeah. As a first year program, we tried to build a core foundation from within. And, Maddie, she's going to lead on and off the ice. Her work ethic's one of the big things. Same with Olivia, competing every day in practice, just working, pushing everybody to be. Emma's a little more vocal on the back end, playing defense. I've coached her for 5 years previously before this year at AAA, so I kind of know what I'm getting with her also. And just, anchoring down the team. We got to build that core that not only for this year, but the years moving forward. Some of them are going to be here for 4 years, some three, some two, you know. So we got to start early and build. And, obviously with it being a COVID year, last year recruiting and falling into this year, nothing's set in stone, and you play the hand you're dealt the best you can.
Exactly. And that also changes up your schedule quite a bit because I looked and you play Lindenwood 4 times and McKendree 4 times. So those two teams make up half your schedule, if I did my math right. But uh, how does that kind of go into the season where you're, I guess, preparing for the same team a lot for 50% of the time? I guess in
Yeah,
this.
actually, and you don't even know this, but we're in the works of adding an outdoor game in February against Lindenwood before they take down the ice on the outdoor sheet at Centene. So we'll play them 5 times probably.
Oh,
Um,
well,
preparing wise, preparing wise, you know, it's COVID year. First time around, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna give it hell and you're gonna play, and that's when you're gonna learn as the game progresses what tinkering we need to make period to period, shift by shift. Um, Game plan wise, all we can do right now is worry about ourselves, and we'll cross that bridge once we get there. They say you're in a fight, you're not in a fight until you get punched in the face and you deal with it. So that's pretty much what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out. We're gonna have a small game plan, but we're gonna learn on the fly out there and do the best we can.
so learning on the fly, is that going to mean just so say you go in with a game plan, like say you have something scripted, like in the NFL, they usually script like the first drive or something. If you see something that isn't working, say first game, first period, are you going to change it right off the bat, or are you going to kind of just let it roll here for maybe the first couple games, see what happens?
Again, on the fly. So if we're down, I may be changing. If we're even or we're up, I may let it ride, even though I need to make a change maybe after the second period going into the third. If we're playing a trap because we've only got 9 forwards and 4D and 2 goalies versus the onslaught and maybe in the first and second period of a heavy forecheck. If I see the girls are tired more, all those things will be period by period, shift by shift basis. Um, One curveball I was throwing, I was pod training all first semester. So until this past week, it was my first team practice of the year. Last Wednesday was my first team practice. So I get 8 practices before I'm playing a team that's been together for 5 years, technically since they started. So
Oh yeah, no
nothing.
pressure, no pressure. So going off of that, then trying to regain my train of thought here. Trying to, how do I want to phrase it? So with that being said, like you not being able to really see the team, what are some players for that you know of because you are the head coach, so you know the players. You just haven't seen them. Who are some of the players that we can look out for, and keep an eye on throughout the season?
Yeah, I would say on the back end, you're going to be looking from big year from Sawyer, our goalie. She's kind of leading the pack in net. Then on D, Emma Gerwitz. Logan Aran that we just got picked up from a transfer. Those two are going to be carrying the weight on the back end. You know, we still got Maggie Brawley and Lauren Wasserman back there that are going to be freshmen that are going to have to pick up the pieces also and hold their own fort. Up front, you know, we're going to expect a lot of Maddie. She's going to lead the charge. Sydney Pizone, Colleen O'Leary, Olivia O'Brien, Paige Stelzer. I mean, the list can go on. Every player is going to be expected to do something and contribute because we don't have reserves. I mean, we're playing shorthanded. We're walking in with 13 skaters, and everybody else is walking in with 19 skaters. So we're shorthanded as it is. I mean, from the first line to the third line, every player is going to be counted on to do some capacity, whether it's the PK, shutting them down, or the power play to exceed and score some goals when we start working on that tomorrow at practice. We haven't even dived into special teams. It's been working on the D zone, working on the forecheck, working on the neutrals. I mean, we are literally starting from scratch. Last Wednesday, I've had 3 practices last week. I get 5 this week, and it's go time.
I mean, that's hit the ground running, I guess, birth by fire. I guess that's a way to do it. I guess that's all you
can. It's the only way we know how and the only way we can this year in a COVID season.
Hey, sometimes that works out for the best. You never know. Sometimes you know what? This is where I like to say you're not going to over-prepare.
It's 100%. You're going to go in with a small game plan. They're going to know their line combinations. I'm going to try and see what their line combos are in warm-ups and go back, give them a little pep talk. And, you know, I kind of joke with the girls in the AAA girls I coached for 5 years. I refer it to a horse race. I'm the jockey. I can only yell at them so much before they got to take it and they got to run with the race. And that's how it works. If I can only yell at you so much before either you're going to throw me off and not listen to me, or you're going to bear down, you're going to work harder, and you're going to earn what you get for a goal.
That's a really good analogy about coaching. I have never heard that one before, so I like that one. That's a good one. No, but I'm gonna let you go here. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I'm gonna look forward to catching up with you during later in the season.
Thanks a lot. Really appreciate your time and all the work you guys do for us.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Will.